Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We are very excited to record this video today where we are going to unveil our newest reporting capabilities. A quick introduction about the speakers. My name is Sudipta. I'm the Customer Success Director at Talkpush. I'm also joined by Lawrence, our Business Intelligence Analyst. Today we're very excited because on this release, we are going to demonstrate an enhanced report, actually a dashboard that we're going to make available to all our customers. And so far, you have had access to the analytics dashboard built into the CRM. And while this offered important insights on the general performance of the recruitment funnel, it definitely did not cover all the aspects that you may have wanted on from your own reporting requirements. And we have gathered a lot of these feedback along the way, and even incorporated some of these for your custom reports that we have provided over the past few months. And now we take all of this learning and incorporate into this report, which is going to be accessible to you all. I can see that Lawrence has already started sharing his screen. So I'd hand over the presenter control to him, and he can walk us through the report in detail. Over to you, Lawrence.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Sudipta. As mentioned, my name is Lawrence. I'm responsible for business intelligence at Talkpush, and today I'd like to present our new report, which is powered by Microsoft PowerBI. So the first thing that you would see if you go to the link to the report, which can be provided by your CSM, by the way, is the sign-in authentication page. So you sign into the report with login credentials that can be provided by your CSM as well, by the way. So if you want to have access to this report, please talk to your CSM, and then within a few days, we can usually provide access to it. Okay, so you log in, and the first thing that you would see is the landing page. It looks like this. And the landing page gives a quick overview about which kind of metrics you can find in this report. Specifically on the left-hand side, you can see a table of contents, which kind of topics are covered, which kind of metrics are covered, and what they mean. And specifically on the right-hand side, we talk a little bit more about the definitions. So for example, if we talk about number of applications or we talk about the completion rate, what do we actually mean by that? And that is defined on the right-hand side. And if we go to the first page, is what we call the overview page, as it gives in one glance a quick overview about what's happening in my account. So how many number of applications do we have in any given month? Or how many completed interviews? And by completed interviews, by the way, we mean that one candidate completed all the questions inside one campaign. Once you finish the last question, it's counting as one completed interview. The next two pages are talking about the candidate sources. So meaning, where do candidates actually come from? So for example, how many are coming through Facebook Messenger, and when are they coming in, and which month are they coming in? It's very similar to the next page. It's also talking about the volume of applications, basically, and source categories. So for example, how many are uploaded through a CSV file, which is a batch upload? How many are coming in through Facebook lead ads, and so on. The next page is talking about the number of interviews, more specifically, and also how are those interviews actually completed. So for example, how many are completed through a landing page, or how many are completed through WhatsApp if that's already activated for your account. You can also change the timeline here, by the way. So this is currently on a weekly basis, but you can also change it to, say, a monthly basis or even a daily basis. Here, the next page is talking about the recruiter productivity. So if you're interested in how many applications are actually processed by each recruiter and in which time, you can look at this page, and it tells you for every recruiter, okay, how many folder movements are basically due to this recruiter. You can also adjust the time frame here. So for example, if you're only interested in a given month, you can adjust that fully with that filter. The next page is talking about the completion time, meaning completion time of the interview. How long does it take from the point when a candidate was added to the system until that candidate completed the interview, meaning finished the last question inside a campaign. And because the distribution is quite important for this metric, I added a histogram and also a pie chart, which is talking about the different groups. So for example, from 0 to 5 minutes, how many candidates finished the interview in that time frame. And then median minutes to complete the interview, meaning 50% of all your candidates finish the interview in less than 13.5 minutes in this case. The next two pages are talking about the candidate funnel. So the first one specifically also about the sources, which you can see on the left-hand side here. So where a candidate is coming from, and then in which folder are they, essentially. Which is also similar to the next one, which is also talking about the funnel, but a slightly different way of looking at it. So, for example, a candidate added, from all the candidates added in January, how many are currently in the, let's say, rejected folder? And this page is talking about the interview completion rate. And by interview completion rate, we mean out of all the candidates that were added to Talkpush, how many of those candidates actually finished an interview? That is this percentage. That's what we call the interview completion rate. And this is what you can see here. And again, you can adjust the time frame. This is on a weekly basis. So in any given week, how many candidates added in that given week actually ended up completing the interview. You can also look at this metric from another angle, which is by source. So for example, from all the candidates who were added through Facebook Messenger, how likely is it basically that they complete the interview? And this you can see for every source, also with the volume. And last but not least, the message volumes. This page is talking about how many messages do we have inbound and outbound for a certain channel, essentially. So how many emails do we have coming in or out? How many Facebook Messenger messages do we have? How many WhatsApp messages if that is activated? So this is what you can see on a timeline here, also in a pie chart to give you an overview about which channels are most active. Okay, and that concludes the report. So of course we're always looking forward to feedback. This is the first release, but we're very excited to improve it based on what's required from our users.
Great. Thank you so much, Lawrence. And as Lawrence said, if you have any feedback, any comments, or even any analytics requests, please do not hesitate to contact us. We look forward to hearing from you and iterating this report even more. Excited to roll this out. Please reach out to your customer success managers if you haven't already received the links, and we'll make sure to get your access created and socialize that accordingly. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.